Hi, I'm Magic Johnson. We're at the WealthFlix conference, and we're talking about business, entrepreneurship, growing your business. So I'm excited to be here, and I want to thank everybody.
Hi, this is Doug Nolan for Entertainment Today, live in the sky overlooking Hollywood, as we're approaching Tao Hollywood to cover the WealthFlix first ever Celebrity Entrepreneur Summit, with celebrities and business people that will be giving us interviews and advice to become wealthy and successful in business and in life. So stay tuned for more from myself, entertainment, and sports today. Hi everyone, and welcome to the very first WealthFlix Entrepreneurial Summit. This is Doug Nolan, and we are here at the world famous Tao in Hollywood. Let's go talk to some of the world's biggest up and coming business creators. We're rolling.
Awesome, yes.
So I am Douglas. I'm with Entertainment and Sports Today. Could you please just introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Kathleen Trigg-Jones. I'm the executive producer and host of the WealthFlix Business Conference here in Los Angeles at Tao. And I'm also the founder of iWoman TV.
Wow. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. iWoman TV is the first streaming news network for women, created by women, about women, for everyone. We're a production company based in New York City, and we're producing this event today and working along with Future Media and the WealthFlix team to pull off a business event that's going to teach people everything they need to know about being an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right on. And how did you get started?
Oh my goodness, I knew I wanted to be in television since I was 7 years old. You know, I had a little bit of a storied start to my life. I started out as an orphan and in foster care, and I think just having a dream that I knew I wanted to be something, I knew I wanted to be on TV, that kind of carried me through my life. And then at some point I decided, I went to college, majored in journalism, and just kind of the doors just really opened for me. You know, when you follow your passion and when you know your purpose, everything just kind of is aligned. And if you can just stick with the script, you'll find success. It's impossible not to.
That's an interesting take. Where did you go to college?
I went to Delaware State University, an HBCU, historically black college in Dover, Delaware, where I grew up. And again, going to a small college I think also made a difference, and going to a black college made a difference, because the nurturing that you get and in a sense, when you grow up and you are a black kid, let's be honest, the world doesn't look like you, and people aren't always so kind to you. And so I can't say enough about HBCUs right now, and they're finally getting a little bit more attention, but when I went there, it wasn't exactly something that people were saying, oh, you should go to an HBCU, but I can do commercials every single day about the value of sending children to HBCUs. I really can, because it was small enough that I was able to run things. I had my own TV show there. I ran the radio station. I started the mass communications department there. I was Miss Calendar Girl. Like, I literally felt like I went from this awkward little girl who wasn't quite sure of who I was to like just flourishing and blossoming it into a woman who knew exactly where she was going. And literally from there, I did internships. I can't say enough about internships. Every internship I did in radio and television and newspaper all turned into my first those jobs. They all offered me jobs. And as soon as I graduated, I got that call. And, you know, for me, it was like, I wasn't always sure that I wanted to be a journalist. I knew I wanted to be on TV, and I wanted to be in New York, but I didn't want to be a starving actress. So journalism for me was, well, I actually can make a salary, and I can be on television, and I can still make it to New York, and have an audience. I'm sold, and that was really my claim to fame.
All right, well, we are rolling right now. Let's talk about this event here today.
Yes.
And could you introduce yourself and tell me about yourself?
Well, my name is Nadia Al-Mualim. I am a model, actress, and influencer, and I'm also in business and marketing. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, and I moved out to LA around 4 years ago. So definitely built myself way more, getting out of my state, and of course being out in Los Angeles, which is anything's possible here.
That's right.
So definitely built myself.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about your business?
So I do have my own flower line.
Okay.
So I actually am, I know keep it PG-13 because some states it's not legal yet.
Well,
Most
I'm an
states.
editor. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, perfect. So I have my own flower line actually. So I have an own sativa. So it's a brand called Japanese Breakfast Co. And then I am Kusa, that line strain it's called. So that's one of the businesses I own. I'm a co-owner of one of those because I'm the model for that specific strain.
Okay.
I do a lot of promo modeling, a lot of promo work. I work in different fields. For example, my influencing online is health, wealth, fitness, fashion. And so I'm all around spirituality. So I'm all about mental health, but I'm also about physical health and just in general giving yourself the love that you need in order to radiate that. Because that's where it comes from, the core. When you love yourself, you can, in order to love others. You can't love others if you don't love yourself. That's not how it goes. You're gonna end up feeling like you have expectations, if that makes any sense. So a lot of the times that I'm also about empowering. So I love to be on podcasts, and when I work as a promo model, back to that, I actually work in fitness expos. So that's a really good marketing when you get into like the health benefits. And then I'm also in a bunch of anime expos. So I'm in the I don't want to call it nerdy field, but it's very much technological. I'm everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Outstanding. So clearly you've done this before, this on-camera interviewing stuff?
Here and there. English is
really
my third
good.
language, so sometimes I
really?
can trip, like...
To tell you this, I'm a journalism mass communication major, and you had me fooled. I thought for sure English was your first language.
Nice.
So good job.
Because I practice makes perfect.
Absolutely, I agree. Okay, so could you please just introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what brought you here?
I go by Cowboy, and my friend Bruce brought me here. We're doing a lot of artist development for my record label, and I also own a cannabis brand that does pretty well.
Right.
So that's my bread and butter.
What is your cannabis? What is your record label?
Outsiders Inc.
Right.
Still getting everything started and going, but we're on the right track and looking forward to releasing a lot of big projects here soon.
Cool, great. Any projects you'd like to talk about?
Well, my project is the first one,
Fair
obviously, but working with a lot of producers, different writers to bring it to life. I think the first project's gonna be called American Made.
American Made, okay.
Yeah, American Made.
I love it.
A lot of country fused with rock, hip hop, and pop and R&B, kind of my own fusion.
Good stuff. Where are you from exactly?
I grew up in Florida. My dad's from Wichita, Kansas. My mom's from Ohio.
Right.
And I've been in LA for 7 years.
Well, my name is Doug Nolan. I'm with Entertainment and Sports Today.
Awesome.
And I just wanted to see if you would introduce yourself, tell me who you are, what brought you here, and your best 2 minutes.
Okay, fantastic. My name is Tawila Tapu. I'm here on the invitation of seeing the great speakers that are here today. My business is in entertainment. I happen to manage an artist who will be working on a future Broadway musical, where the executive vice producer is Nikki Stevenson, Erwin Myers, and Smokey Robinson. And it's a blessing. And so I'm here just to see what's happening with this new Wealth TV doc.
Okay. We are rolling. Hi, this is Douglas. I'm with Entertainment and Sports Today, and I'm introducing...
I am Claudia Salinas. And I'm Bella Ikazovna
Okay, Claudia, can you tell us a little bit about what brought you here and what you're going to do today?
I'm here to present this incredible event. This is a way to learn entrepreneurship and to have a good time. We have amazing speakers, and I'm just super happy to be here.
Would you like to...
We're here for some inspiration, to give inspiration and make a difference.
Awesome. That's great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Douglas.
Thank you. Hi, this is Douglas here. I'm with Entertainment and Sports Today, and I'm about to introduce Devon.
Brian Hurd.
All right, Devon, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from?
I'm from LA, South Central. You know, I just graduated last year. I'm young, I'm an entrepreneur. I do YouTube. Yeah, that's basically it. But
Okay, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Devo Vibes.
How do you spell that?
DEVOVIBES.
All right, I'm going to direct all your future viewers there.
Just see who we can, vibe with and connect with to build our brand. He's a YouTuber. We're both entrepreneurs, and I'm here to build my business, BHJ Productions. I'm trying to make my own music company and develop artists and have different studios all over LA so we could just network. And I feel like as a black man, I want to help my other black people and just grow and build.
How did you get involved with WealthFlix?
WealthFlix. So we've been working at this for about the past year to put on this dynamic conference. The idea was Future Media is a global marketing and media and production agency that works with influencers, celebrities, some of the top athletes and influencers in the world. And the idea was, how can we take everything that these people that we're touching, everything that they've learned along the way, all their pitfalls, all their successes, how can we take all of that and package it into bite-sizable content that can help the next generation? And that's really what WealthFlix is all about. It's taking the successes of those who've done it successfully and teaching the next generation so that maybe you won't make the same mistakes. How do you start when you don't know how to start a business? Like, how do you even get started? A lot of people have an idea that fails simply because they really don't know the tools and the steps that it takes to start a successful business. People say, oh, I have a business. Oh, yeah, I have a business. Well, is it an LLC? Is it a C Corp? What is it? Oh, no, it's just it's an idea, and I'm paying people under the table. Well, that's not going anywhere. Right? So what we wanted to do is teach you. When you have an idea, let's turn that idea into $1 million idea by teaching you what's needed from the people who've been there and done it to make you as successful as possible with a strong exit strategy.
Great, and could you tell me a little bit about the speakers who are here today?
Oh, yes. So today, looks like we're getting started, so I'm probably going to have to go.
Okay, that's fine.
Today we're featuring some of the members of Tiger 21. Tiger 21 is an investment firm, and the members are all around the country. They've come together, they've committed funds to investing in businesses. And so these guys have a lot to teach because all of them have been very successful millionaires, billionaires that have exited businesses, they've built numerous businesses, they've invested in numerous businesses, and they've come together to teach us what they know. What a gift that is, right? So we have members of Tiger 21. Most of them have started their own companies. They've, like I said, bought many companies. They've invested. They continue to invest, and all of them have the single sole purpose of making the world a better place. So that's who you're going to hear from today. But the highlight today is going to be my dear friend Matthew Knowles. I think you know him.
Of course.
Yeah, Beyonce, Solange, among other, super talent that he's founded. So Matthew's going to come on, and he's not here to talk about Beyonce's latest tour, although I'm sure people want to know about that. He's here to talk about how he built two of the largest, most successful stars in the world. What did he do? How did he know that he had star power in his household? How did he start his first business? He actually is a corporate guy. He started out working for several corporations, learning business, learning how to run a company, the top salesman at his company, before he decided that he would open his own business with his wife and his daughters, which sold for $75 million. And then he went on to create the magic that we know today, which is Beyonce and Solange.
I love it.
So we'll end with that today. It's going to be a real treat. You definitely don't want to miss it.
I love it. Thank you so much. That was
my
a
pleasure.
Wonderful interview.
Thank you
really
very much.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
See you later.
Good
Okay.
luck.
So tell me about yourself. Where'd you come from and what do you do?
Well, my name's Emma Monet Jackson. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I grew up in Dorchester, and I moved to California about a year and a half ago. And right now, I'm just really focused on my natural skincare line, Monet's Cosmetics. And I'm also looking to finish getting into real estate. I was doing real estate full time back at home, and that's kind of my passion, just kind of giving back, and well, not kind of, 1,000% giving back, and just making people feel empowered, because I struggled with that, growing up, being insecure and being homeless. I worked at Planet Fitness so I can shower, and I slept in my car, and that's not ideal, living in Boston, Massachusetts in the cold weather. Right. But yeah, now that I'm out here in Los Angeles, I'm just really happy to be able to come to seminars like this and learn from really, really beautiful people, and just continue to grow in my business, and just be here. I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. Okay, one quick thing that you learned today.
What I learned today is saying no. Say no, and be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because change, I live for change, I crave for change, and sometimes I'm like, but it's okay, because within those uncomfortable situations, and within being hesitant, and failures, that's when the opportunity comes. That's when you can go out and see more and reach for more. So that's what I learned today, especially from Matthew and Mossy and Kathleen, I believe her name was. I'm horrible with names, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, just being able to just tunnel vision, laser vision, and it's okay to give to people, but you have to put you first, and just put in those earplugs and those blinders on, and just keep going forward, keep moving forward.
Amen. Awesome. I love it. Thank you very much. That was the interview I was looking for.
Thank you.
My new friend. Thanks again for joining us, everyone. I'm Doug Nolan again for Entertainment and Sports Today. We were here today at the first annual WealthFlix Entrepreneurial Summit at the Tao in Los Angeles.
More of both entertainment and sports today.
Keep God first.
Watch me on entertainment and sports today.
Stay tuned for entertainment and sports today.
A big winner in the challenge. We want this to be fun. We want this is a big night of fun. It's a great evening for people to see.
Hi, I'm Margie Ray with Entertainment Today, and we are here at Tao for the WealthFlix conference. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Anyway, we're going to have an incredible show. We're interviewing Magic Johnson, the legendary Magic Johnson, and a host of other incredible celebrities. And the best part about today's show is that you'll learn about attaining wealth. So stay tuned for an incredible show.
With Magic Johnson arriving on the red carpet here, posing with some of his little fans and signing autographs.
And we're so proud that you're here today. WealthFlix picked you to be one of the speakers, and the lines are like around the block to hear you speak. What's a little bit of a highlight of what you'll be speaking about today?
Well, I think, when you try to help entrepreneurs either start their business or grow their business, pass on wealth to their family members, how I got started, and why it's important to, put yourself in a position that hopefully you can grow your business, scale your business, and then sell your business.
That's the best part, right? Okay.
Okay. All right. Your brand is clean, because celebrities want to join a company that's clean, and make sure that they can make some money. Make sure you utilize their time well, because I think that a lot of times what happens is you want them to do everything, but celebrities, make sure you're pointed at how you want to use them and how that's going to drive ROI, return on investment for you. And then last but not least, make sure that you hopefully get them for a couple years instead of a one-off. A lot of times the marketplace sees it if it's try to be a quick fix or a quick scheme or something like that, they don't really do well. But if they see that you have a great relationship and you're building something, right? It's building, then it's organic, it's real, and then the marketplace will see that.
You got Russell Rideau here with Stamp X Group, and we're at Tao, LA, and we're tuning in to WealthFlix.
Here we are with Russell Rideau, and how was the conference so far, the WealthFlix conference?
Well, I'm just getting here, but WealthFlix is what rolled out the red carpet. Pulled up in the Cullinan, picked me up and first accommodations. So, yeah, no, it's been first class so far, so I'm enjoying.
Oh, nice. And will you be speaking today?
Yeah, no, I'm excited to really talk about, my new businesses and my history and where I've come from, and really talk about how NIL is really trailblazing a new positioning for amateur athletes and create new business opportunities for young people.
Now, can you give us a little bit of a highlight of what you'll be speaking about, since there's so many people in the audience, our audience, that won't be able to hear it because they're not here?
Yeah, no, I'm going to talk about my history as an executive, my recent exit, and being able to take a company from early days to, a significant exit.
Was there any trick in doing that you could share with us, or any kind of, something that we could take away?
Hard work. And
hard work.
Yeah, but just in finding your tribe, like-minded people to really build something with. So that's what we were able to do with Cashmere, and took us 15, 16 years to do it, but it was an amazing journey.
And you're still very young to have gotten so far in your career. That's just amazing.
Yeah, we're just getting started. We say 10,000 hours is the beginning. So today is my 10,000 hour. Today. So
last question. Best advice that you ever received?
Don't worry about what no one else is doing. Put your blinders on and run your race.
I love it. Oh, and is it okay if Bernie asks you a question?
Yeah. What's up, Bernie?
Hi, I'm Bernard Hiller.
What's up?
I teach people how to succeed in Hollywood.
Okay.
And
well, I need you in my life.
Well, I'm sure.
We're trying to continue succeeding.
That's it. You know what? It's everything's show business.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is it that you think is the most important thing for you when you want to work with somebody? What do you want to see from them?
I want to see them match my energy. Someone who has a vision and has they're looking at life in a way that really, like I said earlier, puts the blinders on and puts the focus around what their journey is, right? If they have a vision, then you can help support that vision and really help them complete their race. So, that's it.
You talked very much about finding your tribe. I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? If I was going to try to audition to be in your tribe, what are you looking for?
Well, I think everyone's tribe is different, right? I think when you're in early days of defining your purpose, it's really about finding like-minded people that you can build with. And when you get into that build phase that you're training, that's the 10,000 hours that puts you in a position to actually step through the door. So,
what is the one sentence that runs through your head every morning that seems to be the same thing that keeps you moving? What is the sentence and the motivation that keeps you moving?
Only the strong survive. And that's what we promoting here. That's my new brand.
Only the strong survive.
Yeah.
And the strong is not physically strong, but mentally strong.
Yeah, it's purpose-driven life. It's
what
mental.
is your purpose?
My purpose is now to help young people, is to help them find their purpose and help them build and create first for them.
What does that give you? What do you get out of that?
Well, that's my purpose.
Right.
I get fulfillment in helping young people.
That you matter.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the more you give, the more you get.
Yeah, you got to pay it forward and it starts to come back.
The more you give, the more you get. This guy has it going. I'm honored to meet him, and this is only the beginning.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this is my 10,000th hour. So that lets you know what it takes to really succeed in this business as you are helping people succeed in Hollywood.
Right.
That I'm
it's
already one exit in, and I'm just getting started. So
Totally getting started. Keep your eye on this man. So am I. Thank you for meeting,
Yeah.
talking to us, and keep going. And remember, as you always say, the bigger the dream, the better the life.
absolutely,
Great to meet you.
pleasure.
Thanks
Pleasure.
you.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
So, what are you going to be speaking about? Give us a little bit of a highlight. So, for our wonderful audience that wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, look, I think I'm going to dip through my career. I've been able to create a handful of consumer brands that a lot of people are very aware of, and talk about the journey, how I got there, what I've learned, the fun times, the good times, the bad times, all of that.
Well, tell us just about one of the products that just to make the audience aware.
Oh, geez, one of them. Well, a brand that I funded was Sunbum, the sunscreen brand. If you've seen the little yellow ape with the wood grain packaging, that.
And who hasn't?
Geez, we sold it to SC Johnson, and it's in probably every Target, every place that there's sun.
And he's done so well that he was able to afford this.
Exactly. Have a little stack.
Okay, last question. Best advice you ever received, and who did you get it from?
Wow, best advice, probably to learn what your superpower is as an entrepreneur and a human, and learn how to delegate what you're not great at. And I learned that from Larry H. Miller, the owner of the Utah Jazz, who passed a couple years ago.
Incredible advice. Thank you so much for speaking with us. And now I think Bernie needs to ask you a question.
Hi, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what does it mean to be an entrepreneur to you?
Yeah, for me, it's just being creative, right? Like, I just love the idea that something doesn't exist, and you can kind of ideate it in your head and kind of realize and bring something to market that, you know, a consumer will enjoy and love and use every day. So I just love that creation.
What kind of a person would you say needs, as if you were going to like create a human being, what is a human being that is a great entrepreneur? What are 3 qualities of an entrepreneur?
Wow. 3 qualities I would say that I always talk about is dream, believe, and hustle. So, like, you got to dream it up, right? You got to believe in what you do, and then the hustle is the all-in, don't stop. How you get it going.
Where did you get those dreams? Why did you start listening to your dreams?
Oh,
Other
geez.
people don't.
You know, I was just young. My first company I started was a surf, skate, snow kind of lifestyle brand, and I grew up loving that as a young kid, and it just was that dream of like, wow, when I grow up, if I could make something like this that I'm already pulling money out of my pocket to buy, that would be the dream come true. So I just went for it, knew nothing.
What do you enjoy about sharing this information with others?
Yeah, look, I mean, I've been so fortunate and blessed to meet amazing people that in my life have steered me or given me advice or amazing stories that I've learned from entrepreneurs. So, like, you know, that's how the world works, right? Like, you want everyone to win. No one's trying to win on their own. So if I could share something or say something that inspires someone else to do something great, that's amazing.
If you could talk to the younger version of yourself, what advice would you give that person?
Jeez. You know, I would probably, my younger self, I would say, learn quick what you're great at and learn quick to find people that do what you're not great at and play with them every day. Yes,
Ask
just
for help. That's
rely upon them. Yes.
Well, listen, we are honored to have you at this event.
Thank you.
And we are honored for your information, and thank you for sharing with everyone else. And we look forward to hearing your speech. We'll be inside, and we'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Hi, we're here with Daymond John. As many of you know, from Shark Tank, one of the billionaires, Billionaires.
I'm trying to borrow money from Mark Cuban.
Well, I'll loan you some later on. We'll talk. Anyway, so I know you spoke today, and it was incredible. The line was around the block to hear this man talk. Can you give us just a little highlight of what you talked about for everyone that was not able to be here?
Yeah, I talked about with you know, being part of an organization like WealthFlix, people trying to understand financial intelligence, to fail and fail fast, walk in the room and learn from other people. Don't be this egotistical person. And a lot of my failures, I was talking about the lack of financial intelligence and all those things, and how if they can avoid those things that I did, then they are better off to be successful, and that's why being part of WealthFlix and being around a lot of other like-minded people, as well as sharks and future sharks, it all is there.
Thank you so much. That was great advice. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Michael Golumb. I'm a Femvestor, founder and CEO.
So, Michael, they have you here as a speaker because you are so successful and people want to learn from you. Did you speak already?
Not yet. I'm speaking after Magic.
Okay. What is a highlight of what you'll be speaking for all the people that are watching that weren't able to be here?
Sure. In my career, I had a pleasure to work with a lot of good people, taking a few companies public, and learning about capital markets, coming here to America as an immigrant from Ukraine. My goal is to provide, to tell folks about my experience and see if I can light someone up to actually take that challenge, to leave the corporate world, start their own companies, and see what they can do, and live the American dream.
Oh, that's great. And who inspired you? Because what you've done is incredible, and in a relatively short period of time. Who inspired you?
Of course, my parents and my wife. My mom was a professional musician. My dad ran a corporation in Ukraine. We used the former Soviet Union, and they dropped everything and they left to come to America for the kids. And they basically drove us to become who we are, and also to give back. It's very important to give back to people.
And what's the best advice that they gave you?
I got a lot of good advices. One of the advices that everyone is different, and there are different types of people. Some people want to lead the company, some people just want to work in the post office. You just have to pick the right one and respect everybody.
Wonderful advice. Well, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for all the great information that you gave them. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Stay tuned for the WealthFlix on Entertainment Today.
Here we are with Jimmy Heckenberg. And Jimmy, what brings you here today?
I was actually just bringing my kids by to meet Magic Johnson, and they wanted to obviously, talk to me about the real estate and what's happening right now in the residential community. So,
and what is happening right now?
Right now, it's there's a lot of demand in Los Angeles for residential real estate in the high-end marketplace in regards to 10 million up to 50 million. However, it's a supply and demand issue. There's never any supply. And
right.
A lot of demand all across the international and abroad, where you get a lot of people that want to be in Los Angeles, and they're coming over and they're spending a lot of money on very premier real estate. And there's only about 8 really good areas in Los Angeles. So you get
which would be what?
Which is Beverly Hills,
of course,
Bel Air, Brentwood, the Westwood, Pacific Palisades, Sunset Plaza, and then, of course, Malibu and Manhattan Beach.
Right.
So right now, in general, there's summertime. There's an influx of, people that are moving over from all across the world, and they're buying the most premier real estate in all of the world. And a lot of people ask me, why are they moving to Los Angeles? Why do they want second, third properties? And the reality is they want the cleanliness that Los Angeles brings, and they want the
cleanliness.
The cleanliness, because if these international buyers, they look at LA real estate and they say, you know what, Beverly Hills is really clean.
Oh, it is. That's a fact.
And then at the end of the day, it's really about the lifestyle. I mean, come on, we're in 75, 80-degree weather, 365 days out of the year.
Very little rain.
Little rain. Rains 15 days. I mean, sometimes I have to break out my water hose to get rain. I mean, there's.
What do you mean sometimes?
Yeah,
that's the usual.
But no, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about LA. I mean, there's a lot to do here. You have the best sports teams. You have the best theater. You have the best food. And you have the best people, because we see all walks of life here. We see not just domestic, but we see the international that we're speaking of.
Now, so you're highly into real estate. Do you help other people with real estate as well?
Absolutely. I mean, I have obviously a big team within Rodeo Realty and the Heckenberg Realty Group. But I take on mentorships, and I show people that how to get your start. I mean, look at these little kids behind us. I mean, I mentor, my sons over there, but it's good for them to see at a young age what real estate really.
And we're talking young age. What are they, like 6?
Yeah, this is my son, Grayson Heckenberg. He goes to Curtis School up.
How old are you?
8.
So at 8, they're starting. So if you're 8 or above, you need to listen to this message.
I mean, nowadays it's, we pride ourselves on teaching these kids at a young level about, being a good person, but learning at a young age as well.
How much have you learned so far?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah? You got a lot of good information from your dad?
Yeah. About baseball.
Oh, about baseball. Oh, what about wealth?
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can learn more about just life in general from actually sports. This is interesting. I grew up in the Bay Area, about 30 minutes south. I went to Sarah High School. It's an all-boys private school. Big athletes like Tom Brady, Barry Bonds, Lynn Swan.
We're talking huge athletes.
Huge athletes. And, what we've learned at a young age is that it's about being well-rounded and being, a good person, of course, being charitable, but, how you act towards your friends and your family with the please and the thank yous, that instills who you are moving forward in business.
Exactly. No. And everybody wants to do business with someone they like.
Exactly. And if you can do it with the people that you love and care about, then it's a win-win across the table.
It really is. Okay, last question. Best advice you ever received and who gave it to you?
The best advice I've ever received was from my father, John Heckenberg. And basically he said, "Why fly like a barnyard hen when you can soar like an eagle?"
Ooh, I love it. Love it.
Actually said that. One of the best basketball coaches of all times for the UCLA Bruins.
That's great advice.
So, but yeah, it's all about being around the best and flying with the eagles.
Mm-hmm. And an eagle doesn't deal with all the other birds that are trying to.
With the cage.
They fly above. Exactly. They just fly above.
Thank you so much for your time.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Jesse Lee with Bresa Tech.
Jesse, will you be speaking today?
No, I will not.
Okay. If you were speaking, what would you talk about?
I think for me, it was talk about kind of my upbringing and how I kind of evolved into my business ventures today.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? There are a lot of people that weren't able to make it to the conference today, and they'd like to learn a little bit of good information on making wealth.
I think for me, the key here is always be consistent in what you are trying to achieve. I think a lot of times, a lot of people always give up in the first failure or the second failure. Right. And I think
they give up too soon.
Give up too soon. Right. And honestly, kind of to build a structure and foundation, it takes time. Right. And often it takes a long time.
Well, you look very young.
Oh no!
Apparently, it hasn't taken too long.
Oh no! I'm trust me, I'm a lot older than I look. But I mean, for me, it's always come from just consistent working, and knowing. Like I think earlier when Magic talked about, is knowing kind of your target audience. Right. And with that, you can really kind of build a business around what you're trying to achieve, and from that, kind of build on to success.
That's great. Now, last question. Best advice you ever received and who gave it to you?
Wow, it's probably my father.
Everybody's been saying that today.
Yeah.
From their father. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely my father because I think I think a lot of the reasons because your father knows you the best. Right. And from that, and because of the age and wisdom that your father had, right. I think it really kind of passed on to really can know what fits you. And I think that's also important when you're identifying what you want to do with your business.
Right. And what's the advice he gave you?
Really pursuing what you're passionate about, and not just the money.
Not just the money, what your passion is.
Yes.
Wonderful advice. Thank you so very much for talking with us. Have a wonderful day. And sorry we weren't able to interview your adorable wife, but she ran away from the camera.
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it from WealthFlix here at Tao. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We learned a lot. We got to speak to, oh my God, Magic Johnson and Daymond John. So I am so glad that we were so fortunate to speak to them, to get some great information. And we'll see you next time.
It's a very good point. I mean,
entertainment and sports today.